Hi, Julie.
Hi.
It's really good to meet you. We've been kind of talking over the computer and getting to know each other, so it's good to put a face to the name. And how are you doing today?
Fine.
Good, me too. And, man, before you mentioned that you're interested in losing some weight, so I was kind of curious as to why you're here, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I just want to lose some weight. I've really been struggling, probably since I was like 18 and I graduated high school. Kind of just started to pack on the pounds after I stopped being so active with volleyball and softball and swimming and everything, and I just haven't been able to get it off. So I eat fairly healthy and I do exercise. It's not consistently that I exercise, but I mean, it's there. And I just seem to stay at the same all the time.
And do you feel uncomfortable with your body weight at this time?
Well, there's always room for improvement. I mean, I don't hate myself, but I definitely would like to lose some weight.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. And, you know, when we have those extra pounds on, it can kind of just affect our overall well-being. How's your stress level right now?
Give me a scale.
Like 10 being so stressed you don't know what to do with your life, and 1 being floating on the clouds, super happy.
7 maybe.
Stressed. So I see you could be kind of stressed, and sometimes that could be a factor. So I just want to kind of look at all those underlying factors. And also, can you kind of go over a typical day with me of, you know, your eating pattern and maybe your workout schedule?
Yeah. So on the days that I don't go to school, and the days that I don't go to school, I usually get up about 7. I go work out. I'll go to the gym, and I'll usually only run on the treadmill between 30 and 40 minutes, and then I usually just go and do basic like calisthenics type stuff, like abs mostly. I don't like push-ups. I don't like squats. I don't like lunges, so I avoid those at all costs. And then I usually come home and eat breakfast, and that consists of things like eggs, hash browns, Canadian bacon, butter. I love butter. Oatmeal, fruit. I'll usually make like omelets or something and put vegetables in it. And then I'm pretty sedentary for the most of the day after that, and then I'll usually eat lunch, and that's usually leftovers from whatever I have for dinner. And then I start making dinner probably about 5, and it usually consists of like a protein, vegetable, and some type of carb, but that's not usually like bread-based. It's more like potatoes.
Do you eat some whole grains too?
Depends. I mean, I do, but I don't eat a whole lot of them. Okay. And then I sit around some more and work on my stuff and go to bed.
All right. Well, it does sound like you are really knowledgeable about the food and conscious. I see a really good balance in your diet. And would you say you're pretty comfortable at the gym? Or do you still could use some help in the gym?
Oh, yeah, I could definitely use some help in the gym. I'm not very comfortable in the weight section. I've been shown a few things in the past, but I'm not really comfortable down there. And I get really overwhelmed like when there's a lot of people there, because I feel like I have a lot of people staring at me, you know, like you're a high school person again. But, I mean, like running and stuff like that, I'm pretty comfortable. I do better, like, more group activities. Like, I'd rather go play tennis, or I'd rather go ride my bike. I'd rather be outdoor being active than solely in the gym.
I totally get that. Unfortunately, in this area, that kind of can be challenging with the different seasons. So I know for me, it gets harder during this time of the year and on into the spring. But it's good that you do have access to a gym. And it sounds like what I'm gathering is you've kind of been struggling with your weight for a while, and you are working out, and you do seem to be eating right. So I just want to try to maybe look at your stress factor and how you cope with stress, And would you say exercise is what your number one stress reliever? Do you eat when you're stressed?
I've actually switched patterns a lot. I used to bake a lot when I was stressed out, so it would be like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd be awake making like banana bread or something. But over the last couple of years, I've kind of stepped away from that and tried to focus more on like exercising and like taking it out, like running or just going for a walk if I feel really overwhelmed. But then I also like to shop when I'm stressed out.
Mm.
So it's not necessarily like an eating factor, it's more like a shopping factor.
Yeah, and you could probably maybe even go to the grocery store and buy things that you probably wouldn't if you weren't so stressed out. And, you know, it does sound like you have a really good basis, and I really do want to help you move forward to lose some weight. And so let's go ahead and, I think, are you familiar with writing goals at all? Do you do that for yourself? Okay. So just do you make goals for yourself?
No, not really, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you think it's something that you maybe could do in the future? Do you think it would be helpful at all?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have not necessarily the motivation or the will to keep working towards a goal. I just, things change, life changes, so I just kind of adapt to whatever is being presented to me at that moment.
You're more of like a day-to-day type person. Live for the day. Well, that's good to know. And how, on like a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to make changes in your life? 10 being really motivated, 1 being not so motivated.
Probably 8. It's got to be really worth it.
It's got to be really worth it to you. Okay. Well, Julie, I think I've got a lot of good information from you that we can start setting up a plan and bring some action if you're willing to look into that. And we'll go ahead and do that at our next session.
Okay.
That's good?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's go meet you.
Nice to meet you. I don't